So, who here gets nervous before they wrestle? Okay. Who here crushes everybody and maybe they get to the finals in a match or they get to something that counts and maybe they've struggled in the past? Nationals, Super 32, or at the Shore. These are big tournaments, right? Fargo. Okay. So I want to talk to you a little bit about some of these things. So your mind, guys, is a muscle. Point to your muscle, especially my little guys if you're listening. Your mind is a muscle, and if you don't work your muscles, what happens over time? Do they get stronger or weaker? Weaker, right? And so it's the same thing with mindset. And the way I talk to my older guys is who here lifts? Maybe they go to Unique or they go to Crunch or one of the gyms over here, right? Me too. I got the Universal membership. So who here splits up their workouts? Like maybe chest, they have back day, they have a leg day, or a push or a pull. Maybe my coaches over here do. So that's how we want to look at mental training, right? There's different things. There's confidence, right? Who here has had maybe trouble with confidence in the past, or maybe they're super confident? I don't know. Aggression, right? Maybe you shoot first, or maybe you don't. Who here sometimes wrestles better in practice than they do at Warzone or one of the tournaments locally? Okay, I understand, and I've been there, and that's really why I started doing this. So to kind of go back, to go forward, I've been coaching for over 10 years now. I was a college wrestler. I was a head coach of a college program, so I've seen a lot of wrestling. I've learned a lot of cool techniques. I was just talking to Coach. I've coached guys from all over the world, not just here in New York, internationally as well. And I was thinking to myself, and it wasn't really a fun time, but who remembers Zoom and COVID with school and everything, right? And that's really when I started thinking about looking at the sport a little differently, and it struck me, and I was like, well, raise your hand. Who here knows a single? Who here knows a high C? Duck under, boot scoop, arm drag. We know all these moves, but then we go out there and we kind of have a hard time hitting them, right? Maybe we're too focused on track wrestling, we look them up, right? I mean, some of us might not want to admit it, but who here might have looked up too soon who they're wrestling? Maybe they looked them up before the tournament, they looked at who they were wrestling. And so this is exactly what mindset is, and this is exactly what I help wrestlers with, is overcome those barriers. So right now I'm very grateful to be here, and I've helped over 250 athletes in over 25 clubs. I have wrestlers, so if you think this is BS and this isn't for me, I've helped wrestlers at the Division I level, I've helped professional MMA fighters, and I've helped my little guys, my youth guys, and elementary guys. So you're never too good or too old or too young to start doing mental training. It could start today. So I know I talk to you guys about a lot, but it's important that you understand, because you're going to get to a level and these coaches are going to teach you moves, and it's only going to get you so far when you get to Stony Brook. And when I say Stony Brook, I'm talking about the county tournament, or when you get to Times Union Center in Albany. And what's going to make you place and what's going to make you go is your mindset. So now that we kind of talked about this, raise your hand if you think mindset's pretty important. We do, right? So who could tell me, I know you're going to have to be a brave volunteer, you can't snap it to me, you can't DM me. On a 10% being lower and 100% being the most, what would we say wrestling is in terms of mental? So 10 being the lowest, 10%, and 100% being the most, where do you think we fall with our great sport of wrestling? Who wants to take a guess? What do you think, buddy?
Like maybe 80 or 90.
Wow, 80 or 90. Raise your hand if you agree with our friend over here. What's your name? Elijah. Who here agrees with about 80, 90%? How about on match day, or tournament day? Leagues, counties, what do you think, buddy?
95, 90%.
It's up there, right? Okay, so 90, 95, 98. How much time, though, do we spend going back to that 10% to 100% scale do we have working on the physical? You think? You can give me a number. Elijah, back to you, buddy. Well, yeah, 20, 30 is pretty low, right? So if we spend, we're going to Forge a couple nights a week, then we're going to open mat, then we're doing lifts, and then my dad and my older brother saying we got to run. So how much per week do you think we're doing physical? What do you think, buddy? Okay, 50, we're getting up there. So I would say to you guys, we probably spend 95% of our time, right, doing the physical. So what does that leave us for the mental? So do we think there's a gap? Has anyone here ever even done anything mental in their high school room or with the book? The book is good. Always good to have resources. And you can learn a lot from books, interviews, right? Who here watched Final X? So yeah, so do we think the Yanni PJ match was